Hey, this is Mr. Kennedy, and going over some stuff from the book on flute, so you have an idea of what it'll sound like as they're practicing at home. So that way you can be like, oh, hey, that doesn't quite sound like that. Why don't you try that again? And some other tips to kind of help you provide some feedback for your student as they're working on some stuff. So I'm going to start on page number 6 for this one, and just kind of work my way down the page, show you some of the fingering so you can check where their fingers are and all those good things. So with number 1, away we go. The first note that we're learning is D. It's on that 4th line in the group of the 5 lines going across, so it's on that 4th line there. And in this case, it's a whole note. We're going to play for 4 and then rest for 4. So ta, ta, and so on and so forth. So they play 4 times, rest 4 times, alternating each time. So their finger position, and I'll make a video for it, is they're going to have their thumb on this back part right here, and then this first finger is just going to hang out above that key right here, not pushing it down just yet. Then their middle finger here, and their other finger right there. And then their 3 fingers on the other side, and their pinkies just kind of hang out in the air for this one. And then, so sound-wise, is what we're aiming to get. If they think of saying poo, like Winnie the Pooh, that's how their mouth should be shaped. Poo. And they might just need to change the hole in the middle of their lips to get the right stream of air going across. So they're going to blow across the tone hole right here. And to get a sound, they may need to do some finagling and adjusting, but they all seem to have been getting the idea, so hopefully it's just a matter of making sure fingers are where they should be and all that good stuff. Alright, so here is number 1, away we go. And 1, 2, ready. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Alright, and there's number 1. Number 2, going up. The note in the green highlighted box is an E flat, just the next in the space above that line, and it's the same fingering they had for a D, thumb, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, except now we're adding this pinky down here, and it's going to be this key right there. Alright, and so it should sound like this. So just a little bit higher. So here's number 2. Same rhythmic idea, just a different fingering. And 1, 2, number 2. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so there's number 2. As they're playing, kind of make sure that it's parallel and in a line with the angle of their mouth or their face. So if they're tending to play with their head tilted just a little bit, their flute will be angled just a little bit, but we want to try to keep that head nice and straight, like they're trying to balance a book on top. So their flute should be relatively parallel to the ground, but it's going to be the same kind of line as their lips are. Alright, number 2, count me in, goes through just changing between those 2 notes, so it's nice and easy. It's just the pinky. So we start with our pinky up, and then when we change notes, drop that pinky down. So here's number 3. Count me in. And 1, 2, ready. 2, 3. 2, 3. 3. 3, 4. Alright, there's number 3. So just nice moving their pinky exercise there. Alright, number 4, higher ground is an F. So now that one's going to be with their thumb down, their first finger right here, pushing down on the key, first, second, and third fingers. This pinky's still kind of hanging out in the air. So all their fingers except the pinky are down in this hand, and then in their other hand, their first finger and pinky. So kind of a reverse rock sign. Alright, so that'll be an F. which is that very top line of their staff, and that's going to sound like this. So we want to make sure they're blowing nice fast air through there so it gets them nice and gets them high enough for that note. So here is number 4, higher ground. And 1, 2, ready. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. All right, and that's number 4. So number 5 is this same idea, kind of similar idea as number 3 in terms of we're just putting all these 3 notes together now, going back and forth between E flat, D, F, and then returning to E flat. So if you want, you could have them sing the letter names and move their fingers to kind of just focus on one thing and kind of think without adding any air. So I'm going to sing through it once with the letter names and then go through and play it. So here's number 5, moving around, starting on E flat. All right, so similar fingering as that D that we played earlier, except we're putting our pinky down. So here is number 5, singing with the letter names first. And here I go. E flat, D, 2, 3, 4, F, 3, 4, E flat. All right, and if they sing, it doesn't have to be the same sound as if they were playing, just E flat, D, F. It could be monotone, just the idea that they're thinking of what their fingers are pushing down and what it goes with. So here's what number 5 is going to sound like. And 1, 2, here it is. 2, 3. 2, 3. And there you go. There's all of number 5 and the first page going over those first 3 notes, E, D, E flat, and F. All right, good luck.